One very positive aspect of having these warm temperatures, whether we have to fight the wind or not, is the fact that eventually, when Old Man Winter returns, which is coming this weekend, our ground's going to be warm enough that anything that does fall really shouldn't hamper any of our driving conditions. And we still got 2 more days of this great weather left. Let's take a look outside of 7th and Rangeline. Joplin Regional Airport sits right now at an even 50 degrees. Same thing as what we had yesterday with that humidity dropping oh so low, but you'll also notice the wind not as blustery as what it was on Tuesday. Temperatures, Tanya and I talked about this earlier. We had such a wide discrepancy this morning. It's amazing how Mother Nature will even things out. As now everybody pretty much within about 2 to 3 degrees of each other, despite the fact that we had about a 20-degree separation earlier. Also, too, even though the wind's not too bad, elevated fire conditions. I know we keep harping on that, but that's pretty normal when you talk about abnormally warm conditions for this time of year. But believe it or not, we are actually 4 degrees cooler than what we had at this point in time on Tuesday, even though we'll end up just about the same. Look at that warming trend throughout the Northeast and New England portion of the contiguous 48, about 30 degrees warmer for them. Now let's go from one coast out to the other, because all the action for today and for tomorrow for the most part going to focus in on the Pacific Northwest, where it's already waterlogged there in the midst of flood warnings and watches. And then let's follow the jet stream down right here, because you'll almost notice how it's beginning to cut off. You'll see how it goes from up top in the Pacific Northwest all the way down into southern Texas. So what we're going to do is concentrate on this little formulation right here that's still on the north side of the Canadian border. So we talk about temperatures in the mid-50s in the middle of January, and yet we still focus in on snow that's beginning to formulate up to our north. No worries for today, however, as the high pressure indicated by the brighter blue still dominates not only us, but out to our west as well. End up around 56, 57 later on today. That wind just about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and then overnight we'll skirt around the freezing mark. I think we'll mostly stay above it though, and then no worries on future track. Let's get to the good stuff. That'll be Friday. Remember that system we talked about up there? Top of your screen. Watch this thing drop down. Anywhere from 6 inches to a foot of snow for the upper plains, the far upper plains. Watch what happens when it hits Kansas City. Now KC is going to get snow Friday night into Saturday morning, but we see it revert back into rain as it gets toward us. Not saying we're not going to see any snowflakes. We could see anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch. But Tanya, the key factor once again, because we've been able to warm up our ground, warm up our soil, our roads are going to be fine, sitting in the 50s for 4 consecutive days. Even Friday is not too bad. We'll be up around 50 degrees Friday afternoon. Really, our accumulation number is going to be very limited and not going to be able to stick.
You can't complain about that too much. I'm loving the temperature lows on Friday too, so that's good.
And so for all of those of you who want to see snow, yeah, we're going to see some on Saturday, especially if you live in the north. For those of you that are like, I don't want it to be around too long, I think everybody can come out of winter.
I'm ready for summer.
How about me going glass half full?
You know what? Hey, I would be happy for spring. We always skip spring and fall, so
it does seem like that lately. You are right.
All right, thanks, Michael.